Steve Howard, and this is Citrus County in Focus. Thomas Jefferson once said, "The government closest to the people serves the people best." In June, we partnered with both Habitat for Humanity and the Citrus County Chamber of Commerce for two impactful and well-attended public forums, directly addressing both economic growth and affordable housing in Citrus County. Well, it's a quality of life initiative. Workforce housing is a critical component of quality of life for a community. It also goes hand in hand with economic development. And today's conference, I think, was amazing, just listening to these subject matter experts with all the things that they're doing, the great things they're doing, not only here in Citrus, but across the state.
68% of folks have difficulty coming up with a down payment.
We have these working families, they come in, they're telling us that the landlord has raised their rent $400 or $500.
And so really our housing market is really designed for folks that are moving here and not necessarily for the folks that live here.
If you look across the country, one of the key drivers of really what they call affordable housing or workforce housing is really looking at more of a paradigm shift with planning and zoning.
The single-family house on a quarter acre isn't working for those that are trying to break in and own their own property.
This is really a planning and zoning issue. We're working with a comp plan that was developed over 30 years ago.
Our community has changed, our nation has changed, our family structures have changed.
But the good news is there's best practices that we can do. It's going to take a team approach to get this done.
I feel even more upbeat, and I've learned a lot. I've gained a lot of knowledge, and now we got to go to work.
Okay, well, there's a lot of people have a lot of concerns about the amount of growth that's taking place. They're wondering if the county is prepared for that growth.
This is very important to have a public conversation about growth. Citrus is not unique to other counties in the state of Florida with the amount of growth that is happening across the state.
Let's begin tonight. We're going to start with Representative Ralph Pasula.
I think it's extremely important that the community is involved, because without your involvement, growth will happen and it won't happen well.
I think that what we have to do is be proactive with growth, but also every decision we make, we have to make sure that we're doing something for quality of life initiatives for our citizens.
The county is short about 40 primary care doctors. I was flabbergasted. I never would expect it to be that high.
I make my living selling real estate, and it gets pretty hard as those prices keep going up.
Back in 2014, we were 73% residential and 26% commercial. Where are we at today? We're looking at 81% residential, 18% commercial.
Over 30% of the county is permanently in conservation, cannot ever be built on. And I think when people say, oh, look at all the trees that are being knocked down, look at all the growth, 30% is permanent forever, cannot be built upon. So we're going to remain the nature coast. That does not include water. So if you start factoring in the lakes and the rivers, a very, very large portion of the county will always remain as it is.
One thing I'm very proud of is the Board of County Commissioners unanimously approved an interactive growth model. It'll allow the county to make database decisions. So it puts us in a far better position than a reactive state, which really I think the county has been operating under for many years. Some of it not because of their own doing, but just because naturally the way growth occurs. So what an opportunity to be proactive instead of being reactive. And I'm confident that collectively minds will come together and find solutions that can move this trajectory in a positive direction. In flat Florida, Citrus County stands out for actually having hills. If you've been to the Citrus County Landfill lately, you may have noticed we've added a few more. Here's an update on the massive Phase 4A Landfill Expansion project, which has reached an important milestone.
The Phase 4A project right now that we're in has been fully excavated. They are putting down the liner system currently. My name is Joshua Yantz, and I'm the operations manager here at the Citrus County Central Landfill. Where they're digging currently is approximately 80 feet below where we are standing. This is roughly about 40 feet from the water table, and we are actually the deepest landfill in Florida. The stockpile that you see over here on the 60-acre site, just west of the project, is actually all the excavation material that has come out of the Phase 4A project. We are still going to have a large stockpile for some time, but the soil is very valuable to the county. Approximately 2 feet of white sand is going to be put back down on top of this liner system to allow all the liquid to pass down to the bottom sump of the liner. And then you have your more clay materials that are used typically for cover. And we use that for cover every day. We actually mix it 50-50 with our mulch product that we mulch up from our yard waste that's brought in. The Phase 4A project is expected to be completed around the end of February. Citrus County Landfill actually operates as an enterprise fund. We are not funded by normal tax collection. We operate off tipping fees here collected at the landfill, and this whole project has been funded through those.
Our goal is to ensure that Citrus County has award-winning government. We're making good on that promise. Recently, more than a dozen Citrus County programs were recognized for outstanding achievement by the National Association of Counties. Here's a quick look at those programs and the talented and dedicated people who make them happen. I'm Steve Howard. Thanks for watching, and please join us each month for Citrus County in Focus.
Just about 500 feet west of the main entrance to the landfill is approximately 14 dumpsters of recycling bins. And we've actually added a roundabout in that area so that it makes it easier to get in and get out. It has helped significantly. You can watch the traffic over there. It flows much nicer. And it has been extremely helpful to our operations over there.